Hello, I'm Perry Johnson, and I'm entering the most exciting time in my entire life. I am running for President of the United States, and you're going to be running with me.
Michigan businessman Perry Johnson is running for president with a plan to save the economy. It's called 2 Cents to Save America. He's also airing a reality TV show giving voters an inside look into his campaign.
I wanted to say that I think DeSantis is making a huge mistake by not coming here. Thanks for taking the time.
We just had an election, and he was former chair, and I'm the new chair.
Well, that is fantastic. I love it.
Welcome to Mayberry. DeWitt. Beautiful community we have here. And
it is. Paul, are you there? I'm going to tell you right now, there is absolutely no question that the number one thing that resonates with people is the fact that I started with nothing and I became successful. That is number one. Number two that resonates with people is the fact that I have been bringing quality and efficiency to companies, and I'm used to what we have to do to cut the spending. I'm an expert at it. And we have a plan, we know what to do, and the key is, because I started with nothing, I pay attention to the dollar. I pay attention to expenses. None of my companies have ever gone bankrupt. None of my companies have any debt, and I have no personal debt. While you can bankrupt companies, even 4 or 5 or 6 of them, you can't bankrupt the United States. And right now, we're heading that way. That everybody feels that way. And that is the number one message, and that's not even in the speech.
Yep. Okay. You'll have an updated draft in about 30 minutes, Mayor, okay?
And I know to say those things will probably take somewhere around 20 seconds, 15 to 20, but they may be the best 15 to 20 seconds that I have.
I'll have something back to you in 30 minutes.
Okay. I wrote a book, 2 Cents to Save America. It's a very simple plan. We're going to cut 2 cents out of every dollar of discretionary spending. That means we don't increase the budget every year, we freeze it. We cut 2 cents out of every single dollar. Every year, suddenly, we end up with a balanced budget. Let's make sure that we are the greatest nation the world has ever known. How long?
You're at 340.
Oh, good, I'm fine.
Yeah, you're at 340. I would,
Okay, I've got it.
So I'd take another whack at it. I'll give you 2, 1, 30, 15.
Okay. It's amazing to watch the campaign and how it evolves. In the beginning, nobody knows you. And then all of a sudden, they meet you, and little by little it grows. In the beginning meetings, you have a few people. Then all of a sudden, you end up with 20 people. Then you end up with 30 people. And it's astounding. Well, we spent too much money, and that's why we have inflation, in a nutshell. It's that simple.
it's crazy.
It's crazy. Things have come down. For example, used car has come down, and if you buy ladies' outerwear, that's come down too.
That's it.
Well,
I'm married, so the ladies' outerwear is good.
Yeah, good. Tell your wife that. Tell her we can't have eggs, but you can
Yeah.
buy ladies' outerwear.
I tell you what, man, you ought to come talk to more of the truckers. You know, we have big families. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like to vote for you, man. I mean, I don't know much about you, but I like what you're saying here, man. Common sense issues, though, right?
They are. Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Let's get you in there, man. Let's get somebody in there that's gonna make sense of this thing, right?
Right. And we'll solve it. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
I
Greatest
promise.
country in the world. We're going to keep it the greatest country. Oh, this is Perry Johnson. Call Perry Johnson. He's calling me. Per!
Yeah, hi, Dad.
Hey, Per! Where are you?
Well, I got there late.
Oh, no, Perry, don't tell me that. My son was coming up for the Faith and Freedom event. He's all set. He's going to the airport. I suddenly find out he missed the plane. I said, Perry, what do you mean you missed the plane? How could you miss the plane? And of course, he has some crazy excuse. He said, the airports are terrible and they take forever and ever, and it doesn't matter how early you get there, you still might not get on the plane. So he ended up still making it. He had to have a connecting flight. It took him about 8 hours to get here when it would normally taken him an hour and a half, but he's learning. In the end, nothing is more fun than this. It is funny. When you type this and you miss some of these words, it's really very funny. Some of these lines. Yeah, it's comical sometimes because they leave it out. Now, there are some people here that obviously don't think it's very important. They left out Iowa. They have it's instead of Iowa.
Homeschooling our kids on the homestead and,
Well, then you
doing
wouldn't
that.
be objecting to my getting rid of the Department of Education.
Not at all. It'd be nice to have some of that money back so that we can actually spend it on our
Well,
kids.
that's what they should do.
And then what they're doing with the money is
It's
something
hopeless.
else entirely.
This is massive.
Well, you deserve a big crowd. How you doing, buddy?
Ah, fantastic.
Good to see you. I
Yes,
don't
I
know if you
remember. Remember?
Yeah.
With Pence, right?
That's it. I
yes.
love it. I
That's
love it.
fantastic.
Hey,
I love it.
Bob, where's Bob? Where'd Bob go? Bob, come here.
This is with Pence.
Barry Johnson. I met him at the Pence
And
rally.
Pence, remember?
You're in Trump's cabinet, sir, if you don't win, okay?
I'm planning on winning.
I know that. I'm just saying if, because I just think you're something else.
Well, I'm Perry Johnson, and I'm running for President of the United States. Now, I have a 2-cent plan, 2 cents to save America. You see the book. We're going to cut 2 cents out of every dollar. That means the government's not going to be spending all that money. They're reducing it every year, and we are going to balance that budget. And I know you guys are probably going to throw stones at me, but I disagree with our Vice President about Ukraine. I think it's ridiculous to send $100 billion to the Ukraine when we're going broke. I say America is going to stay the greatest country the world has ever known. And God bless Iowa, and God bless America. I wanted to say that I think DeSantis is making a huge mistake by not coming here. And I just don't understand it. It was 7 minutes, was it?
Yeah, well, so I knew you were in deep shit because by the time that you finished point number, the Ukraine thing, you were 2 minutes in.
How long did you go?
7 minutes, 11 seconds.
Well, the problem is, if you
There
really...
was just too much applause.
If
Too much applause.
there was a lot of applause.
I couldn't talk over all the people cheering.
Governor Ron DeSantis met with Japan's prime minister as part of a 4-country trade mission to build foreign policy relations.
Wow, Governor Ron DeSantis begins world tour in Japan. Now I understand. Makes perfect sense. I get it. That's why he wasn't at Faith and Freedom. He wants to go to Japan to win their vote. Wow. What a character. So the rules lay out that we have to have 40,000 donors, even though I'm self-funding. Is that right? In other words, I'm not asking for money. I'll fund the election myself, but I still have to have 40,000 donors to get on the debate stage. Does that even seem fair?
That's going to be the requirement.
What about if we were to have a drawing? What do you think?
Sweepstakes.
Oh, it's a sweepstakes. Okay. I'll have 5 Super Bowl tickets. I will give up 2 of them.
Yeah.
But of course, I get to go too, right?
You can still go.
Anybody that donates $1, donates anything, right? $1 or more,
Yeah.
automatically in that raffle.
Yep.
You got it. Perfect.
Well,
Love it.
Hopefully the Lions are in.
I think they're going to be.
Me too.
Call Chief Craig.
Calling Chief Craig.
Hey, Chief, how we doing over there?
Good. How you doing, Barry?
Fantastic. Wanted to give you a call because I know we had a discussion about the possibility of you running for Senate. What do you think?
Well, I'm excited about the possibility. Certainly, I'm in an exploratory phase right now. And so I'll be guided by the input I get from the voters here in Michigan. Certainly, as you know, races like this, generate a lot of funding. So, having the right donors backing you is equally important. So there's a lot of things to consider. But certainly the fact that, we had a poll done, I want to say a month ago, and I was highly favored among the other candidates whose names were submitted in this poll. So we'll just have to see. I'm going to continue to do my work, and we'll go from there.
Okay, I'll introduce you to Pete Hoekstra. He may be able to give you some help, too.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, sounds great. Okay, sounds great. Chief, and let's get together. We'll get together, have lunch.
Yeah, let's do it. I look forward to it.
Sounds great. You take care.
Okay, sir, you have a great one. Talk to you soon.
You got it. Bye-bye.
All right, bye now.